Welcome to Coffee with Eric. I'm Eric, and this is Coffee. In the summer of 2005, the 4th of July was on a Monday. On Friday, July 1st, my friend approached me, and he invited me to go along on a road trip with a few other friends. And I said, that's cool, but where are you going? And he said he had no idea. He had no plan, no destination in mind. So I explained to him that I was not interested in joining them. And he was kind of surprised, and he asked me if I had maybe other plans, a family thing I had to go to that weekend. I said no. And he looked at me and he said, then why not go? And I struggled at the time to explain the nervousness I had about going on a trip with an unknown destination, just getting in a car and just driving and seeing where you ended up like he wanted to do. That idea filled me with a real kind of anxiety inside. But he kept pushing me on it, and to make a long story short, he talked me into it. I ended up going with them, and we had a great time. We really did just drive too. We started in the South Chicago suburbs, and we drove up through Wisconsin and kept driving until we ended up on the shore of Lake Superior in a lovely little town in Michigan's Upper Peninsula called Grand Marais. And I know this because we all got matching blankets. Mine is super gross and covered in dog hair, but it's a nice memento. I'm glad I went on the trip. I'm starting a new video series, and I am very lazy, so I want it to be as easy and simple as possible. I want each video to be no longer than 5 minutes. I'm not going to write a script. It's going to be done in one take. There will be no editing, and it will be just a part of my normal morning routine. And hopefully it won't just always be me talking about me, but I also want the freedom to do that when I do feel like it. I like telling stories, so that'll be part of it. But beyond that, I have no idea where this is going. And there have been times in my life when that knowledge alone would have been enough to stop me from ever trying. But this time, I'm committing to the idea of not knowing where it's going and being okay with that. Even in my spiritual life as a Christian, I don't tend to leave God much room to move. If at all possible, I like to have my fingers in everything and really hold on to as much control as I can. And that's not to say that a YouTube series is going to be some grand new chapter in my personal spiritual discipline. I don't mean that. Honestly, my hope is just that I have some fun with it and hopefully figure out how to make it fun for an audience too. So, my name's Eric. Every morning I have a cup of coffee. This has been episode 1, and I have no idea what I'll talk about for episode 2. But I hope you'll join me. See you then.